Hi is not happy at all. I fear my biggest fear. Why am I turning up my own volume when obviously I can't hear you guys? Anyway, hi, how you doing? I'm gonna put on where are the on the analytics to make sure that I'm not disappearing essentially. Hopefully it's this. Hi, everyone. Okay, apparently my connection is excellent. I feel like this isn't going to last for very long, but how is everyone? Hello to everyone. Hello to, let's shout some people out because it's nice to do that. So, hey to Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. I feel like, well, first of all, I'm really glad you made this one because I don't think you made the last one. How are you? How was the drum show? I saw that you put some pictures up and it looked really amazing, but tell me, what were your highlights? Because obviously I didn't make it this year, unfortunately. So, in fact, anyone that's been to the UK drum show this year, tell me, how was it? How was it? Did you enjoy it? David Frontman, hola. Hola, how are you? David Cole. We've got Adam Stanley. Hello, Adam. How are you? I sent you a message today. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to get back to you. Let's get on a call. Yeah, I'm the worst. I apologize. Steve Chaffee. Steve Chafe. Still will never know how to pronounce your name. I did remember and then I didn't. Hey, have I missed any gossip yet? No, not yet. And tell me, what's the gossip? What gossip have you got to tell me, Steve? That's what I want to know. Shogun Rob's here as well. Hi, Shogun Rob. How are you? I've just realized there's a message from you in my Instagram inbox suggesting a topic I feel about. I haven't read it yet, but I saw the beginning of it and I was like, I must read that. And I haven't. He's seeing a pattern here with me. I feel like you guys know me well enough anyway. Simone's here, hooked on classics. Hello, Simone. How are you doing? Chris's music. Hey, Ems. Been a long time. All right, Chris's music. You're gonna have to identify yourself further because there's a few Chris's that are coming up in my brain. So please, if you wouldn't mind, just delineating yourself. Not sure that's the right word, you know what I'm saying. And we've got DJ C. Hey, Emily, how do you feel whenever you play drums? Emily, can you do drum solos? So when I play the drums, so I speak about this so much on my podcast, and especially with my students as well. So for me, like playing the drums and playing songs specifically. Sorry if this is a bit wobbly, by the way. You're kind of on a fairly precarious situation. You're on top of a fruit bowl right now. So yes, so it's that I'm playing the emotion of the song, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling whatever I deem the emotion to be of the song to be, and then I try to connect stories from my own life and emotions from my own life to then bring into whatever song I'm playing, whether that's recording, whether that's live. And yeah, I really feel it when you really connect with the song. It's like listening to a song. It's the same sort of thing. Like I always say it to my students, like wherever you feel music in yourself, when you listen and you're really into something, I find that if you can find a way to convey that when you're playing your instrument, it just adds to the feel of the music and you're playing and feel and groove, and that is so important to me. And then DJ C saying, can you do drum solos? I mean, in theory, when forced, yes. Do I enjoy them? Nah, not so much. It's not my thing. I like playing groove. I like playing songs. I did go through a period of time where I would just sit down on the drums and just play free form with nothing informing me, which was terrifying at first and then it was quite enjoyable. So I guess you would consider that a type of drum solo, and that was fun. But yeah, given the choice, nah, I prefer playing music basically. Maycel's here. Hey Maycel, how you doing? I'm just gonna grab my water. I forgot to get my water. I've been so busy trying to restart internet and make it all work and blah 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 that I forgot about hydration. Hydration, very important. Also, all in grey today because a grey day here. It's gross. Even a grey bottle Got green nails though, so there you go. That's something different. Right, Maisel. How you doing, Maisel? Are you keeping well? And we got Mooncat. Hi, Lucky working from home again. How you doing, Carl? Are you well? Are you keeping well? Carl, did I reply to your email? I don't think I did I? Did I? Ugh. Although that's because I'm still ill. Oh, still ill after. I thought you said you're still in Liverpool, still ill after Liverpool. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, okay, I'm sorry to hear you're feeling unwell, but how was it? How was the UK drum show? Give me all the gossip. Who were your favourites? Who did you see? Did anyone see Charisse? I'm assuming that Charlotte did. She did a chat with Al Murray in the British Drum Company room. It was on Sunday. That's all I know. She was so nervous. She gets very anxious when doing any sort of public speaking, but it sounded like it went really well from what she said afterwards, which of course it is because she's fantastic. But yeah, I know she was really nervous coming up to it. So Chris Music, probably been a few years since I joined, lived in Kent, now living in Alnwick, Northumberland. What's that like then? I feel like that's quite a change in terms of like landscape at the very least. But yes, anyway, it's lovely to see you, Chris. And what's going on with your music, Chris Music? What's happening? Are you out gigging? Have you been recording anything recently? Like, what's happening? What's happening? Zalsta, sorry I'm late driving home. Dude, no worries. Michael, where are you driving home from? Because it's really early for you, no? I can't remember the time difference. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. I feel like it's early. Anyway, I hope you're having a nice day. The Zalsta. Dear DJC says, do you have a drum set with you? No, definitely not. I am in a flat right now. I have no access to drums. You're one of the most talented and amazing drummers of all time. You're very kind, but I hard disagree. But you're very kind and you're entitled to your opinion. But not in my eyes. I just hit things really. Mooncat drums, no reply as of yet. I'm so sorry. Right. I'm going to write this down because honestly, that is so embarrassing. Right. Email. Carl. I will do this straight after this live stream, Carl. That is. Oh, I just found out that this pen has two ends. Who knew? And now one. Okay. Fair. I think that's the wrong way around. Is it? Yes. Learn something new every day. Anyway, sorry, it's ADHD style brain. I've never been diagnosed, but let's face it, I'm pretty sure and probably most of the people watching have this, but what I was thinking was I'm pretty sure that I bought this pen from Japan and have had it for a long time, but completely irrelevant to this conversation. Anyway, Simone says, Emily, are there any female drummers who were our influences in your past and present? I mean, Cindy Blackman always stood out to me when I was growing up, and Terry Lynn Carrington, definitely. She is so fantastic. Who else? Oh, that was that lady, the blonde lady. Oh, what was her name? Hillary something. She had a bit of a downfall fairly recently. I can't remember her name for love nor money. I think her name was Hillary. I don't know. Anyway, other than that, not really, I don't think. Like all my favourite players happen to be blokes. I think so far as I know, as far as I can remember. But Charisse, does that count? I mean, that's more at a personal level, but yeah. She was definitely a huge influence on my playing in the same way I was a huge influence on hers. So Charlotte says, hello, sorry, I typed, then I went and did something else. I'm back, was wicked, was wicked, thanks. Oh my gosh. So I recorded an episode earlier. I got 20 minutes in and I literally, when you just start talking in circles, and I lost my train of thought and I was like, I need to start again. This is awful. So I had to start all over again. Ended up being a 45-minute episode. I think it made sense. I don't really know, but I'm sure you guys can tell me. It'll be coming out on Saturday. So, yes, it was wicked. Thanks. Missed you. I feel jet lagged. Yeah, I gotta say, I saw the post going up, and when I saw like you and I saw a few other people that were there, and I was like, that's a shame. It's a shame to have missed everyone. And I know that there was a Remo hang yesterday as well. And again, seeing the picture from that, and I was like, oh, it's such a shame. And that was at John Henry's as well, which is literally, well, not down the road, but pretty much down the road for me right now. So, yeah, but anyway, next time for sure. And it'd be lovely to sort of hang out and stuff with you guys. So, and I totally get the thing of feeling like jet lagged. So, Charlotte, did you do the same thing where you drove down because you got family, I think, that are nearby, and then you drove in? And you last time, I feel like you and Kerr. Well, the last time I saw you there, you and Kerr took like the Friday till the Monday off, so you had a proper long weekend there. So I wonder if you did the same thing this time, because it's a long way to come, isn't it? It's a long way from both our ends to be coming to Liverpool, but yeah, I'm so glad that it was good. So yeah, tell me your highlights. That's what I want to know. Highlights, top 3, if you don't mind. I definitely had some FOMO going on, but I tell you what though. I'm exhausted now, and I didn't go to Liverpool. So I can only imagine how exhausted everyone is that did go to the UK drum show. And that I am not sad about, because it's just, I think it's because we're all just chatting and catching up so much. It takes a lot of energy. It's worth it. It's wonderful, but it's a lot. It is a lot. So Mooncat John said UKDS as ever too much to. I think you're saying as ever too much to do and not enough time. Yes. Always. I always feel so bad. I always miss out on talking to people that I want to talk to. If I do talk to people, often it's cut short. I'm dragged away by people. I'm like, oh, it's just, I always feel really like rude coming out of those things. Just go, oh my gosh, people must think I'm just the worst. So mysteries, oh, that's a shame. But call Vicky O'Neon. How was that? I saw a couple of videos. It looked interesting. Gavin Harrison, love that guy. Todd Schumann, Andy Gangadine. Oh, I didn't know that Andy Gangadine was there playing. Oh, cool. How was that? I really like Andy. Great guy, great player. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Really, really good. I like the actual the lineup this year was really interesting. I really liked the variety of players, and I saw Thomas was over, which is always really fun. Yeah, no, really interesting. So Zal says 8 a.m. Oh, I just came off a 24-hour shift, 2-hour drive home, halfway home, lol. Isn't that a song? Oh, dude, how are you doing this? So you're an hour away from home and you've just come off a 24-hour shift. Dude, are you okay? Are you okay? We'll try and keep you awake and engaged, hopefully. Not too much so that you can't concentrate, but oh, woof. That sounds awful, dude. Like, well done for being an awesome human doing a 24-hour shift. Yeah, 24-hour shift like that. I can't even function if I get less than 6 hours sleep. So I don't know how you're doing that. And DJC says, if I would start a band, you're definitely in. Thank you. That's kind. Shogun Rob, you've got my back. Hillary Jones. That's who it was. That was the drummer growing up. That was one of the drummers. And do you know what? I don't even remember her playing that much. But what I remember, I don't think I even particularly liked her, quite honestly, because I remember watching her on what must have been a Modern Drummer DVD or something. And someone asked her a question like, what does it feel like being a female drummer? And she replied with something very snarky. And the thing is, I get it. What she basically said was, well, I wouldn't know because I am a woman and I don't know what it's like being a man. So I can't really tell you, which was the essence of what she was trying to say, which I get, like, because it is a bit of a mad question when you think about it. But the way she said it was really snarky. And I was like, and everyone like laughed, like, ha ha ha. And I was like, I don't know. There was something off about it. I seem to remember her being a good player though. But anyway, and then a few years ago, I think around COVID times, I can't remember what happened, but it was a bit she didn't seem the kindest of people, I think, if I remember rightly. And I ain't got time for people that are unkind. It drives me insane. So anyway, what else we got? La 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 la. Simone says, I recently watched Karen Carpenter on the drums and I was impressed. Dude, Karen Carpenter, so good. Like, she wasn't one of my influences growing up, definitely not. But when I watch her now and knowing the age she was and what she was doing, fantastic. Like, so fantastic. Um, yeah, I would love to have seen where her career would have taken her. Very sad though. The whole story of her is very sad. DJC says, Emily, what band did you join before? I mean, I've been in many bands. Probably the most well-known one is The Darkness, but that was in 2014. Is that right? 2014? 2015? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it must have been. And oh, Mystic Vibrosis. How are you? How was Australia? It's been a while. I'm doing really well. Really well, thank you. How are you? I think you were in Germany, I believe. So if anyone needs a fantastic bass player, go check out Mystic Vibrosis. He is amazing. So much vibe and grooves and awesomeness. But yes. Also, Mystic Vibrosis, I believe I owe you a chat. No? So do get in touch, book in with me for that, because I think I owe you one, right? Am I right in thinking that? But yeah, let me know what you've been up to. I'd love to hear about it. David says, just arrived home. I was in the street when the live stream started. I was escorted by local cats. Of course you were, David Coe. That is, of course you were. I love that. I love that so much. I don't know whether you guys find this, but I do find that the reaction of animals to people is quite a telling thing about their whole vibe. It's something I, let's say, chose to ignore before. But as I look back, it was a bit of a red flag, should we say? It's like when, okay, so I've been listening to a lot of murdery podcasts recently for whatever reason. And I know that this is very common knowledge, but may as well stay anyway. The kind of the abuse of animals when they're younger is certainly a sign that potentially something much more sinister can happen later on in life. So I think the reverse is true, that if animals feel very drawn to you or relaxed around you or safe with you, I think that also says something. So also, David, are you arriving home from like last night or have you just been out this morning? Because I feel like you're the most rock and roll one out of all of us. I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. Adam Stanley Drums says, looked like such a good time at this year's UKDS. I agree. And I'm stoked they're consciously getting more metal drummers. Gutted to miss Eloy, but I did get to watch him side of stage at Download 2023. Dude, you win. Like, I feel like I love the drum shows. Don't get me wrong. Although I very rarely go and see performances, very rarely. Or if I do, I'll pop my head in for 10 minutes. But to me, watching a drummer well, any musician really, but anyone that is playing music actually doing their job on the gig, that is the most inspiring thing to me. Like, in front of a room full of drummers, okay, but you're never going to get the essence of what they do until you see them with a band, I feel. Or at least my favorite drummers, because my favorite drummers are song drummers, you know. If you love clinician drummers, then you be in your element with them in front of an audience, obviously. But yeah, so I feel like you win on that front for sure. Also, I just love that you were side of stage at Download, like, for you. I just love that. I love that for you. Walrus Taz, how are you doing, David? Are you doing well? Yo. What time is it there, David? Please let us know, because I'm obsessed with the time. Oh, so tangent. I started. Did I tell you this last time? No, because I might not have, or maybe I would have. I started my Japanese class. Oh, I did tell you, I'm sure, because I think I spouted some Japanese at you. But so in theory, I should be able to ask you what time it is in Australia. Apart from that, I can't remember the word for Australia. And I think it's something around imaji nandeska. I think that is what time is it now in Japanese. So I ask that to you, David. Let me know. Charlotte Bibby says, yeah, Thursday down, back up Monday night, drum pilgrimage. You're a smart woman. Let me tell you, Charlotte, that is the way to do it for sure. Like I said, I can't, it's just, I contemplated it, but it would have been literally for one day. I know Charisse did that. I think Charisse drove up in the morning, did her thing, stuck around for about an hour and a half and then left. I don't know how she did that. I think she's still recovering now, quite honestly, because yeah, it's a lot. Just the traveling alone, and then the like socializing thing. It's a lot. I sound so old, don't I? It's fine. Right. So what else we got? Right. Charlotte says top three. Oh, watching Mark Gilly. Is it Gilliana or Juliana? Anyway, Mark, love him. Playing drums to Beatles songs with Greg Bissonette. Dude, excuse me? That is, I love Greg Bissonette. Everything, like not just his playing, just the way he is. He's so warm and open and kind and friendly and he's just lovely. I've only met him once, a long time ago, but he really left a mark on me. Like he's like, I tell you what, okay, I don't know whether this makes sense to anyone else, but he's, to me, his UK counterpart would be Jeff Dugmore, like similar vibe, like so kind, so open, so enthusiastic. Yeah, to me, they're the same person on a different timeline. I don't know whether that makes sense to any of you or I'm just crazy. I think I might be crazy anyway. And yeah, and listening to Charisse as always. Oh, I'm really, really glad that you got to go see Charisse, and I know she would have really appreciated that for sure. Because as I said, I think she was really nervous about that. And then she said, voice gone by the weekend. Oh yeah, dude. I remember it well. I think the last UK drum show I went to, similar to, is it Carl that's unwell? I got really sick. I think I caught COVID, in fact, after the last UK drum show. And was that before I did the Drummers Universal? Was it after? I did a drum camp literally the week before or the week after. I can't remember. But anyway, that's what I remember. And talking to everybody. So Adam Stanley says, regarding Karen Carpenter, she's a lesson to all band members who say, I don't do BVs. Ha! Yeah, no, I'm that person. I'm that person. I try. I'm no good at it. I have not spent the time, and I'm not going to spend the time. Not right now, at least. Maybe sometime in the future. My mum and dad have started doing singing lessons, and they are in their late 60s and early 70s, and it's the sweetest thing. They've been going to jam nights. My dad will get up and sing a couple of songs, him on guitar and then him singing. And then he'll accompany my mum doing a song or two. So it's so sweet. And then my mum is going to like specific singing classes. And yeah, so they're like right on the singing thing. I am so not on the singing thing, and I probably should be. But I was always told that as a drummer, it's very hard to be a backing singer because the drums are picked up in your microphone. So therefore, I've used that as an excuse. That's why I don't sing. Right. So what else we got? DJ C. Hey, Emily, if I would start a band, you can do drums solos as much as you want because you're one of the coolest drummers ever. I'll be doing 0 drum solos. Thank you very much, DJ C. And I think this might be Sid. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm right. But hi, Sid, if that is you. David Frontman is giving me the cats and the thanks. Simone says, my cat had a rough first few years of her life. With me, she watches my hands, which is a telltale sign. I can never raise a hand. Oh, little kitty cat. That is really that's so sad, but can I just say, like, the fact that you noticed that your cat is watching your hands, again, that tells me the level of what am I trying to say? The level of not sympathy or empathy, like how sensitive you are to animals, and that is a beautiful thing, and they're clearly sensitive to you, and that is really like awful, but at the same time beautiful. So I'm really glad that your cat found you because you're clearly so in tune and aware of what's happening that you can kind of um, make allowances for that and just be mindful of that. That's super cute. Oh, bless. I miss having a cat. I think I might get a couple of cats in the next sort of year or so. They're going to be called Book and Gormy. Right. So Adam says, cats always come up to me, but I don't like them. What does it mean? It means they love you, Adam. It means you will submit. But I feel like you're a dog person, no? Like you're like over cats and dogs. Did you have a dog, or have I imagined that? I can't remember, but there is something called the law. What is it? The law of cats, or something like that. There's something about cats appearing to you when they're ready to come to you, and then you look after them, or something. I don't know. I think I've spoken about this before on a live, and it's led to me having the conclusion of I can't remember. There's something about cats finding you, so maybe you need to take it as a sign. Maybe you need to take in a little kitty cat. I wouldn't be sad about it. So David says it's woof. In Tasmania right now, it is 12:30 a.m. Thursday morning. You crazy human, I would be asleep. Given the chance, I would be asleep right now. I feel tired today. Big old day at work, followed by band practice and recording session. Dude, relax and chill. Well, maybe this is your relaxing time. That's madness to me. Mathy hard drums with my Midwest emo band. Mathy, do you mean like mathcore? Mathy hard drums with my Midwest emo band and some screaming backing vocals. Fun times, super spent now though. Yeah, I bet. Jeez Louise. All I've done today is record an episode. I feel like I did something else, but even then I can't remember and I'm shattered. I'm so old. I'm not, but I feel it sometimes. Right. What else we got? We've got Louis Morehouse. Hi, Louis. How are you? We love Louis. So finally, I made it to a live stream. Hi, Louis. I'm not gonna lie to you, Louis. That I don't know whether you saw it. I put out an Instagram post just basically talking to the camera saying, I'm putting the link here so that it's easy to get on the live stream. It was essentially for you, Louis. So I'm really glad that if that is how you got here, then I'm really glad because I uh, anticipated that well. If you didn't, then I'm just overthinking it, which is me. And also, yes, I don't know why your highlight covers are not uploading, but I was going to try to message you later about it. But it's a mystery currently to me. So yeah, Louis having problems like adding a cover photo to his highlights. So I don't know whether anyone else has been having problems with that recently. But anyway, I'm going to look into it when I get a moment. So Walrus Tass David says, one day I'll have the time and money to make the mission from Tassie to UKDS. Mate, that is, might have to see if I can get a tour booked so I can get some Australian government grant money to cover it. That is the way to do it. It's a pilgrimage anyway, because it's in Liverpool. You get to go see all the Beatles stuff, go over to Manchester, see the Oasis stuff. I'm trying to think of anything else that might be heavy metal related. I suppose go to Sheffield and go and see all the stuff up there to do with heavy metal, and Birmingham as well. So if that helps, I don't know. I'm sure you've already thought of that, but yes, no, that would be really awesome. Louis says, I've thought about getting singing lessons and contribute BVs, but never had the confidence to actually do it. Lol, dude. Me too. I find it embarrassing because I don't like not being able to do things well from the get, which is really useless when trying to learn things because you're never going to be good at anything first time. Well, you shouldn't be. But as I'm saying, like my parents doing it does make me think, I should probably do that at some point. So maybe I'll be the same as them. Maybe I'll wait until I'm like 60 or 70 before I finally get singing lessons and then go, why didn't I do this earlier? Which is probably likely, but we shall see. Um, David is saying, I had lots of things to do from this morning. So I walked out, then came back for your stream. It's 5:30 p.m. here. Okay, well, that makes more sense because in my brain, we're on the in the same time zone, which of course we're not. And I know that now that I'm thinking about it. But yes, I'm glad that you got lots of things done. I love days when you get lots of things done. It's like it just feels great. Unlike me today. One episode, oh, I've folded some washing. So rock and roll. Oh, I did some coaching stuff as well. Right. I love that. I'm trying to what am I trying to do? Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Let's just, yeah, move forward. Right. Adam says, I have a Britney mic that makes me look like Robocop with a metal headband. Brilliant. Looks silly, but so much better than a side or a gooseneck mic. Yeah. Do you know what? There's no good way. There's no good way for a drummer to have a mic. So I've done the gooseneck one, which I don't know. It feels weird. And also because I move so much, I feel like it just really impedes me. I think my favorite is a side mic because then at least you can bat it out of the way if you're not doing backing vocals on something. I don't think I could bear to have a head mic because the problem with me is that I still sing along when I shouldn't be singing along. So you're going to get all my versions of songs with different lyrics, the wrong notes, the whole thing. I mean, even when I'm singing, you're probably getting the wrong notes anyway, to be completely honest. But more power to you. You can actually sing, Adam. That's the difference. You actually can sing. You've got a great, great mic, a great voice. So that helps. Zalster says, getting ready for vacation. Awesome. Cancun in November at the Sands event. You should come, Em, as a OG. You'd have a lot of fans. Wait, are you telling me that I played at the first one of those? I didn't realize that. So I was over there. That's when, Michael, I'm right in thinking that's when we met, right? Right? So that was, wait, now? No, hold on. No, it wasn't Cancun, was it? It was not Turks and Caicos. Michael, help me out here. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say. Where were we? Where were we? Where I met you. It was on a beach. It was at a resort and it was an 80s thing. And we were there for like a week. It was really nice. And I feel like I was playing with both Howard and Tom, or maybe I was just playing with Howard. I'm not sure. But remind me, it's embarrassing lack of memory sometimes. But yeah, I know that you'll save me on this because you're really good with remembering these things. We have a picture together, I feel, somewhere. Because Pam was there as well, no? Anyway, right. What else we got? What else we got? So David is saying, I love doing backing vocals while drumming, everything from melodic folk and country to metal punk screams. It's all fun, except when you blast out all your oxygen while also playing hard. Sweaty set, head spins for days. Yeah. This is the other thing, like the breathing alone, I think I would be falling off my seat. Like for the amount that I move, if you want to, I mean, the thing is, I do sing. Why do I have hiccups? I do sing, but just not in tune. And I feel like that's going to take up too much energy for me. Right. DJC said, would you rejoin the Darkness? No, not currently, at least. At the moment, I'm off the road and I love it, quite honestly. I'm really focusing in on my degree in psychology and counseling, which the more I do it, the more I enjoy it, the more interesting it gets, the more I want to incorporate that into like my coaching and stuff like that down the line. So I'm really enjoying just really focusing on that. And then obviously my coaching clients and doing all that and the podcast and just hanging out with you guys, quite honestly, is such a joy. So for now, no. Louis says, I'm certainly more a dog person. Yes, Louis, I wonder why. We love Kizzy. So Louis has a beautiful, I think she's golden retriever, right? Or is she a golden Labrador? Might be a golden Labrador, actually, called Kizzy, who is just beautiful, like such a beautiful dog. Simone says here we go. This is what I was talking about. The cat distribution system is a mystery. So this is something around cats finding you, and I think like I yeah, the cat distribution system. I can't look it up because I can't remember it. And this, like I say, is the second time I've definitely mentioned this. No, it was definitely on a live because I started talking about it, and then realized I didn't know what I was talking about. So yeah, go look it up. It's a thing. Matt Black. Hi, Matt Black. All right, I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you. Hit me. I'll try to do good. Matt Black loves to give me either or questions. Would you rather questions, not either or. You know what I'm saying? So yes. Sorry, I'm late. You're fine. You're here. That's the main thing. Louis says, yeah, I'm average, thank you. Yeah, no clue what's going on with this visual stuff and the highlights covers. Yeah, it's a mystery. Like, so there's in fact, one of the clients that I have, she can't upload cover photos to her reels for no reason. There's no good reason. I think I had something as well, maybe 6 months ago. I can't remember what it was, something weird to do with my stories. Louis, I know that you had something weird to do with your stories for a while as well. It's all very strange. So Matt Black says, shouldn't the pink bucket be in the garden? Haha. Yes, it should, but I don't have a garden. So it is instead on a shelf near the window. Sorry, Matt. I know. And plus, in all honesty, if it was in a garden, it's more likely to die. I, for the first time in my life, are keeping plants alive. There are plants in here that have been alive. They are cactuses. You barely have to do anything to them. But that's been alive for, I want to say 3 years, which is amazing. And then last week, I bought myself a plant. It's the first time in my life. So that's my journey with like plants. This fern, the garden one, that's my sister got me that when I moved in here. So that's like 6 months old and it's still alive, which is really impressive. This little cactus thing, I'm pretty sure is dead, but it looks okay. And then this money plant, I think it is. I'm not sure. It's definitely dying, but it's not dead. But I'm trying my best. There's too much more alive plants that you can't see. But yes. So Louis says, oh goodness, hold on. Yep, love a productive day. Been a productive morning here. Go on, Louis. Editing, finishing up a mix, and did some phone calls. Feeling good. Check it. So much more productive than my day, I feel. Can we get an album of Emily vocal versions of songs from gigs, please? Louis, you don't want it. Trust me. You don't want that in your life. It's not good. It's not fun. It's not big. It's not clever. It would be... I feel like you would all look at me in a very different negative light. You'd be like, oh, Emily, we're so disappointed in you. Right. What else have we got? Zalsta. It was Dominican Republic. Thank you very much. Thank you. What was the name of the resort? It was Dominican Republic. Oh, my brain. Zalsta says both. Oh, okay, cool. Right, so Adam says, sorry, I am talking a lot, but I have been working on not humming while playing. Why would you? Oh, because you've got the microphone, of course. It's a bad habit. I realize pulls me out of time. How interesting. I developed it from playing sans music. Anyone do similar? So this is so interesting to me because maybe not obviously, but I know a lot of jazz players hum the tune when they're playing, and I have a student who does exactly that. And they sing the melody whilst they're playing, and that's to like help keep their time and to keep the feel and the groove and blah 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 blah. So I find it super interesting that by humming it takes you out of time, which means you're having to stop yourself, but also if you've got that head mic, not Soundman's probably just going, oh god, is there an earthing problem in here? But surely if humming helps you, wouldn't you work on... Does it help you? How do you feel about it? Does it help connect you to the music? Because if it did, I would be like, cool, I'm going to work on my timing so that I can hum. I like adding things. I don't like taking away things. That's not true, actually. I'm just saying stuff now. I don't even know what I'm saying. Simone says, "Hey, oh, did you get a chance to listen to the warning?" No, it's going on my list. Oh, now I don't like. Oh, okay, now you're spinning. Okay, great. Oh, it's all happening. Okay, so to the warning. Yes, because you emailed me as well, didn't you, Simone? And I also did not get back to you because I'm a terrible human and I apologize. But right, that's on my list. So what else we got? So we have Mohammed Bilal. How are you? Where are you? Please tell me is your home. So I'm in London. That's all you got to know. But Zelsta with Tom but helped Hojo. Ah, yes, you're correct. Okay. See, you remember more than I do. So does that mean that I played with Tom and then I covered for Johnny? Is that right? Is that what happened? I love that I'm asking you and I have no I'm pretty sure what happened was we finished an American talk. So I remember practicing Howard's set on Johnny's drums in one of the last shows, which actually I think was it was that casino that I was talking about on the last live. And I can't remember. No, do you know what? No, I'm misremembering that. Okay. Anyway, yes, I think I remember a little bit. So Louis says, yeah, Kizzy is a black lab and retriever cross. Pepper, her mum, was a black lab, and Wesley, her dad, was a retriever. Oh, super cute. So David says, so rock and roll. I'm dealing with garlic and peppers, making a spicy ingredients with my uncle. Well, that sounds awesome. What are we making? What are we making? Or are you just like prepping? Is that what you're doing? I want to know. So Charlotte says, I'm 15 minutes behind the stream. But everyone went to watch Eloy on the main stage, and I heard Greg shouting, "We're in Liverpool playing the Beatles!" And I saw an empty kit. Someone hopped off. Charlotte, vibes. That is. I'm so glad that you did that because I feel like if I were in your shoes and then I chose to not do it, I would have always regretted not doing that. So I'm really glad that you did that because that's flipping awesome. I was going to swear, I won't swear, but that's awesome. Charlotte said, and I thought, well, it's now or never. Good fun. Well done for doing the thing because that would have scared the bejesus out of me. But I'm sure it did you as well. But I'm glad that you did it anyway. Come on, Charlotte. Love that. Walrus says we haven't had a would you rather yet. Hey man, that's Matt Black's vibe, isn't it? So I'm waiting. I think there might be one there already. Okay, David's giving me one anyway. Would you rather every step you take sound like a perfectly tuned floor tom or every blink trigger a crash cymbal? Oh my god, definitely the floor tom thing. Jeez Louise, I couldn't think of anything worse sonically than hearing a crash cymbal every time I blink my eyes. Would this be everyone hearing this as well, or just me? I mean, my answer is the same, but I just feel like I would not be around many people anymore because that's a really annoying thing for everyone to have to deal with. I think I could deal with that by myself, but if that affected everyone, woof. Adam says, so it does connect me to the music, but it alters my note length perception. Fascinating. I love this. And stops me actually listening to myself while playing. I'm obsessed with stuff like this, like the selective focus when you play. And I want to know more. So Adam, would you ideally like to, because if it connects you to the music more, I would feel like I want to stay connected to the music. I would never want to sacrifice my connection to the music for anything. Like to me, in terms of hierarchy, that should be at the top. And then everything underneath could you normalize the length perception to be more accurate to reality, if you like? I don't know if that's the right word. You know what I'm trying to say. Is that something that you could do? Would you want to do? Like, I'm not sure. So, Zalsta, yes. Zalsta, thank you for being my sounding board for remembering things. So, Matt Black, here we go. Right, come on, Matt Black, let's go, let's go, let's go. Would you rather live in a world where magic is real and technology is primitive, or where advanced technology exists and magic is forbidden? Obviously, magic. Magic's fun. Let's do magic. And I don't like things being forbidden anyway. Well, when it comes to things like that. But yeah, magic. Magic with the primitive things. Because I think that if technology was more primitive, yes, things would be harder, but I think there would be upside. Whereas I think banning something like magic, I love the idea of magic. That'd be fun. Am I the only one that has magic, or do other people have magic? A world where magic is real. Yeah, let's go for magic. That sounds fun. Might be a disaster, but it might be fun. Plus, it's different from our world now, which might be fun. So we'll go with that. Charlotte Bibi says crash symbol. Charlotte, I don't agree. I couldn't think of anything worse. Mooncat says, I do lots of BBs and even started doing lead vocals with one of the bands. Come on, Carl. I'm loving this. All these drummers with their vocals is so good. Thank you, Zalsta. So the resort was Breathless Punta Cana. That's what I'm trying to remember. Punta Cana. I knew there was a C in there, and I was like, and I kept having Cancun. And I'm like, no, that's not where it was, because that's what you just said. Unfortunately, we didn't meet. I was out at the swim up bar main pool all week. Lol. No, but then where did we meet? We definitely met somewhere. It's all a bit of a blur. It's all a bit confusing. Right. David says spicy ingredient called ajika. It's Georgian stuff. Give me that Georgian food. You can put it in any dish and make it spicy. I mean, that sounds fantastic. That sounds like I would be bringing that around in a bottle all of the time. Adam Stanley says, I'm not sure yet. I'm still working on just listening without humming. Years of doing this. Matt Black, Defo Magic, Real Tech Primitive, kind of sick of tech, Lord of the Rings for the win. Yeah, look, I'll be open and honest with you guys, and you're probably going to hate me. This might cause outrage. Not a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, at least the films. Not a huge fan, for reasons that I won't go into. But love the idea of magic. Also, not actually a fan of films that have magic, like Harry Potter and that. Never got into that. But I do like Final Fantasy, and there's magic in that. So I like that. We'll have that. We'll take that. I feel like there's something else that I enjoyed with. Oh no, do you know what I've got in my brain right now? And this is so specific. And if you don't know it, then, well, you'll know the book series, but there was a PlayStation game that I used to play called Discworld, which was based on the Discworld books by Terry Pratchett. Yep. And yeah, that magic looked fun as well. So there we go. And David Otts, how are you? My goodness, there's a name that I haven't seen in a long time. We make our own magic. Yes, we do. I love that. Right. Okay. So we are coming up to the hour mark. That's flown by once again. But yeah, if you have any sort of like last questions, then please do put them in. Sud saying, hey, Emily, if you were to join a band, who would it be? Oh, I don't know. I have this whole thing about joining a band, because by joining the band, you change the makeup of the band and the dynamic of the band and the sound of the band. So it wouldn't be the band. So I'd have to embody the drummer that's in the band currently, or the drummers that are currently in the band. I mean, my go-to thing is always Radiohead, but I think in reality, I probably would just want to dip in for a couple of gigs and then come out, you know? I'm really enjoying my life right now. What can I tell you? But, right. Walrus says, so many Davids. Yes, there are so many Davids in the world. It's a great name. It's a strong name, you know? Michael says, how have we never met? Only here, but you probably saw me staggering back to the room after the disco end of the days long. Why in the world have I got in my head that we've met? That is crazy. I didn't meet you and Who the hell did I meet then? I have an image in my head of a dude and a lady that I assume were together, and I hugged both of them. And for some reason in my brain, that was you. It was late night after, it may not have been after one of the shows, but it was late night at Punta Cana. Um, and I would have bet money that that was you. Is there a chance that you were so drunk that you don't remember? Because if not, then I'm just going around hugging random people, which I do also do, to be fair. But you probably see it right. So Sid's saying, "When's your birthday?" 4th of June. And Charlotte Baby says, "I like your little plant pot with eyes. Has it got eyes? Yeah, it's got a lovely little face. Little fun. It kind of looks like it's smiling, but at the same time, like that, like I'm dying. Help me. Right, what else we got? So Simone says, "I love Discworld." Dude, I couldn't get past most of it when I first played it. I was so young. And then I tried to go back to it today, like recently, probably 2 years ago. And I realized that the gameplay is so, let's say, specific. The game mechanics, very specific. And I was like, I got quite frustrated at parts, but I enjoyed it. It was very nostalgic. I have a game on my Saturn which is similar, called Blazing Dragons. Oh, interesting. What is going on with these hiccups? Matt Black says, "Good grief, Emily. Didn't duck a question. I know. I'm growing, much like these plants." And David says, "As always, been a pleasure. Emily, have a great day. Time to do a snooze over on my little island. Until next time, chums, you're funny." I like it. I like the idea of it actually being your island, David. That makes me laugh for some reason. So Matt says, "Memory woman Emily, yeah, things I'm not, for sure." South says, "Maybe Mark or Patrick. I don't know. I'm just hugging random people." Charlotte says, "Aha, great plant pot." And then Zalsta saying, "Crystal has a gift for meeting people. So does Tina, Mark's wife. Lol." Oh, okay. Now you're saying Crystal. Something is in the back of my mind there. So maybe it was Crystal. And Louis says, "Love your plant pot facial expression descriptions." Oh yes. Did I actually say it? Like, it's kind of like a really passive aggressive smile of like, my plant pot is judging me, but just like, "Are we going to water me anytime soon?" It's that kind of expression, like with a smile, but it's not a smile. It's angry and contempt. Hooked on Classic says, I'm hungry, waiting for the post." Lewis says, "Passive aggressive plant pot, great band." There we go. And I think that's a good place to end, my lovely, lovely people. I'm going to go and I haven't had lunch yet. I did have some bread, but I'm training. I'm going boxing in a couple of hours, so I need to eat something a little more substantial. So I think I'm going to have rice with eggs. It's very exciting. I always put wakame on the top, so like the seaweed and stuff. So that makes it really fun. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. It's been lovely hanging out as always. I will do we'll do another one of these fairly soon, maybe in a couple of weeks. But yeah, thank you so much for just coming and hanging and chatting and all the good stuff. But enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the podcast episode that comes out on Saturday. And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys soon. All right. Sending you lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. All right. Bye.